offense has been really clicking these last two games against Kentucky and then tonight. And then defensively, your 3-point defense and overall field goal defense compared to the last LSU game was much better. What are your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I thought offensively we're playing at a high level. The 18 assists, a lot of guys were playing running offense through. Obviously, L plays a lot of point, but we also played T Market at a lot of point tonight, and he had 5 assists and L had 4, so 9 between them. And I thought JD Davenport, his ball distribution, especially when they went zone and we stuck him in the middle of the zone, he did a good job of finding people. That probably, I'm assuming, is his season high with the 4 assists. So the 18 assists on the 31 baskets. We're doing a great job of our shot selection. We're even the threes that we miss for the most part are high quality shots, and it's just it's in this league it's hard to score a lot of points, but offensively, we are scoring at a high clip, and our team has gotten better. I know that we played really poorly for an 8.5 minute stretch against Vanderbilt, but other than that, even some of the games that we've lost, Mississippi State, Kentucky, 2 road games, 2 road environments. This basketball team is playing as good, if not better, than at any time all season. And that's what you want a team to do is improve. And 52 points in the second half tonight that's a lot of points to score. So scoring the ball, understanding offensive schemes and such, we've really improved in that manner.
Transition game and the running game kicked into another gear too. That looks really crisp tonight.
Yeah, it's just guys are running the lanes a lot harder. It's something that we've talked about. Even our big guys are talking about running more. When they get a clean defensive rebound, when you get a rebound and it's clean and you can get it to an outlet pass, and that's areas that we've always wanted to be a running team, and this team right now is sharing the ball in transition. They're getting the spots a little bit quicker than we did earlier in the year. I thought our Kentucky game was maybe as good an offensive game since I've been a part of Arkansas the last 5 years. I thought that we ran the floor super hard, did a great job drawing free throws, took threes at the right time. And then obviously with the way that, KB is playing, there's not many players in the history of the SEC that have gone on a scoring, spurt like KB has, and he's defending better, he's defensive rebounding better. And so I think all those things factor into why we're playing really good offensively, and Makai was dominant inside. We had a game plan to try to stop Will Baker. Obviously, he hurt us. We changed up our coverages, and I thought we did a great job taking him out of the game. He only had 1 field goal, and certainly that was a major issue for us in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Erica, there were a lot of possessions tonight where Makai just kind of got some easy buckets on that high pick and roll. I mean, how beneficial was that to the offense? Being able to create some easy looks in the half court and that kind of opening other things up for you guys.
Yeah, Kai did a great job. I mean, there's times where, you have to kind of short roll and be a playmaker. And he did that a couple possessions. I think he had 1 assist, and then certainly his rolls all the way to the rim where he can get behind the defensive coverage. He did a great job of that. Basically, flawless offensive game. I mean, it's hard to go 8 of 10. And he's a physical player. So there's, probably his 2 misses. There was some contact because he does do a good job of playing through contact, but he's played his best. You look at his 2-year career at Arkansas, he's for sure played his best basketball down the stretch of this season. I mean, he's had some great games for us.
Runs 5 assists. Is that, was that playmaking maybe something you saw in the scouting report? He could be more of a facilitator tonight, or just feel for the game and him making plays out there?
Yeah, I mean, we're running him at a little bit more PG. We're playing him more at some point. L's been off the ball at times when they're both in the game. And I think that, T Mark's development is that's probably a position that he can evolve to. Um, he's got advantages because he can see over the defense with his length and his size and so I thought he did a good job of taking what the defense gave him. He didn't force any shots. He only had 8 field goals attempted, which is probably close to a season low, but he did a great job with his decision making tonight.
We've talked a lot about KB's scoring, but he had 3 blocks tonight. I'm wondering if that's something you've seen at all behind closed doors, or if that maybe surprised you a little bit today, what he did blocking shots today.
I mean, I thought he did a good job pursuing balls, but the 10 blocks is, when you look at the game and it's 10-0 in blocks in an SEC game. That's hard to do. And we can get better at that too. I thought they had a couple layups where we, didn't go vertical. And so that's, something we want to keep getting better. But I thought Davenport had, I don't know if, I knew that KB was going to block some shots, and Davenport, JD's had a few of those this year where he's come from behind and pursued balls. So, defensively, we're doing better taking away the 3. We're doing better guarding star players, so I think we're improving.
And KB was in here just a minute ago, and he made sure to remind us that he still has another year of eligibility. And he said, "I'm a Razorback." Are those conversations you've already had with him about, returning for next year?
No, I mean, I think with all players, I mean, you play the season out and you see how it unwinds. So it would be unfair for me to speculate either way. I do think he's really happy playing at Arkansas. We're happy with the way that he's progressed, the way that he's evolved as the season's gone on. He's done a great job of buying in, and I think that's why you see the productivity continue to improve. And I mean, he's, like I said, I know that he enjoys playing here and playing in that system, but it's whenever he's makes a decision or whatever's on him.
Yeah, Eric, I know you've had some good wins, obviously, but some tough losses in here. But tonight, senior night, you got payback against a team that beat you pretty good in Baton Rouge. How good was it to win on senior night? Because that ceremony probably would have been a drag if you had one at the end after the game. Just how good is it to win on senior night and then get some payback?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like, it's probably hard to go out there and take pictures smiling if you're a competitor. So you want to win on but I'm just, I'm happy that the team played well in Bud Walton. We didn't play well last game. I mentioned the 8.5 minutes that we didn't play well. We fought, we got down, and we scrapped and had a chance to tie it. I mean, you look at the 5 years. I mean, this is the 1 year that we haven't played up to the way that we would like at home. This team has done an incredible job on the road, although wins might not be there. The competitive nature on the road of late has been great. And, we'll see what happens. We're going to play a team that's, the best offensive team in the country, a team that we know will be ready to play. It's you never want to walk in and play a team after they've lost, especially a team that has a chance to play for a national championship like Alabama does. So we just got to regroup. A lot of guys played a lot of minutes. Got to get them fresh and ready to play on an early. Here we go again. The opponent played on Tuesday. We played on Wednesday, and we have a tip off before you can eat a bagel. So,
Mike, alluded to your record, and I guess what maybe you call them payback games. Obviously, playing at home helps, but why do you think you have such a good record in that scenario?
I don't know. I think I do think, when you coach at the pro level, I do think that adjustments are a big part of playoff series. And I mean, we didn't play the way we did last time against LSU because we changed who we're playing. We changed our defensive scheme on a guy that killed us in Baker. I think anytime you play a team the second time, you've got to give them a different look. You can't give them a steady diet, but maybe I didn't know the stat till Mike read it. Maybe it's just luck too.
Even when you were at LSU as an assistant, you never lost an LSU Arkansas. You've never been on the losing end of an Arkansas LSU game in this building. Just if you had a thought on that, I was hoping to ask somebody.
I remember that game well. Hornsby.
What do you think about that? You always win when you're
Probably need to play him more, I guess.
Yeah, Eric, you mentioned Davenport a couple of times already. I wonder if you could maybe expand on his defensive efforts and rebounding tonight, and just, I guess, on a human level, just what he's been like to coach. He seems like he's never short on energy and joy, I guess.
Yeah, I would say, that JD is, you always want a spirit in practice, and you always want a spirit about you in games. And he has a really like a positive, uplifting spirit, personally, when I go down to coach practice, I'm looking forward to coaching JD because he brings energy and he brings enthusiasm. Even when he's not playing well, he has a great disposition about himself. And I think the greatest compliment that a coach can say about a player is that you love going down on the floor and coaching somebody. And that's how I feel about him. I'm not taking a deep breath, walking down, coaching him. I'm energetic and a magnet to go coach him, even pre-practice. I like walking to his basket because of his disposition. And then rebounding wise, he's had some really, really big offensive rebounds. I mean, we talk about trying to rebound through the elbows, kind of an NBA term, because there's a lot of rebounds that happen through there. And he's been the one guy that's bought in to rebounding through the elbows. And I think it's really helped us. And he plays super hard, and he hadn't shot the ball as well as he has in the past. And he hasn't shot the ball as well as maybe I thought he would, but he knocked down some big shots at Kentucky. And tonight his 1 of 3 will take that percentage. And we've given him the green light because we know what he's done in his past. Yeah, big free throw rebounds.
I guess KB was in here talking about the connectedness of the team doesn't really match the record. I guess from your perspective, how have you seen that develop throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's been when we coach him, I'll say it, and then, people will say, well, what do you mean? I mean, we've had good practices. I mean, we really have. We've had some bad moments in games. The Vanderbilt 8-minute stretch, bad. We played bad, but our practices and fortunately the TV crews get to watch those practices. This team works, man. And I like coaching them. Wish the record was better. We had some games where the score got away from us and we didn't probably compete like we hope. But the teams, we're getting better. I don't know what's going to happen in the SEC tournament. I don't know what's going to happen. We have 2 games guaranteed right now. And I know I'm looking forward to coaching them, Thursday, Friday, and going in that locker room and heading out on the floor in Alabama with this team. And I think this team is continuing to gain respect amongst other teams in our league. I mean, I get texts from other coaches and people around the league that we're playing better basketball, and it's hard to do when you're sitting around 500 or whatever.
Quick, LSU entered the bonus in the second half pretty early. Was there any adjustment made, I guess?
Yeah, just we talked in the huddle. I don't know if you're referring to that we stopped fouling later or yeah. We look, we're trying to be aggressive. We're trying to be aggressive to take away threes. We're trying to be aggressive, creating more steals. You know, some of the questions that were asked, you know, earlier in the years, why not more steals, or some of the things that we're talking about in the meeting? Why not more steals? Why are we giving up so many threes? Well, those are aggressive plays. And so you're going to foul when you're aggressive. And that's been the nature of our teams in the past. And this team is now catching up from an identity standpoint to play with more physicality. And then in the huddle, once they got to the bonus early, I mean, I just wrote on the board, defend without fouling, show the refs your hands, go vertical, quit slapping at the ball, quit reaching. You know, still can get better at it though.
Eric, like you said, is, you know, the record isn't what you hoped for, but Alabama's a big opportunity. They're ranked. You beat Duke, obviously, but you've had played a lot of SEC teams that are ranked. It's a tough league, and you have been able to pull off some wins, even though you got close in some of those. How big an opportunity is it just to get to go to play at Alabama? I know it's early, but it's ESPN, and you know, they're a ranked team and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a yearly occurrence for us to go play at Alabama. So we just go there and we know they're going to be ready to play. We know they'll have a great crowd. We know they're explosive in transition. We know they want to take a lot of threes and try to get to the rim and take as many layups. You know, we know Sears and Estrada throw rifle passes with their left hand when they get in the lane for spit out threes. Now we got to try to do everything we can to defend them. Will be, you know, the biggest key, because they do have great spacing, and they do share the ball, and they will be ready just based on, you know, they've had some games, you know, where they've been close and could have won and didn't. And so this is an opportunity for them to gain momentum going into the tournament. And it's a way for us to continue to try to build our confidence going into next Wednesday's game as well.
You played 8 guys primarily, and I know KB and Devo have a year left, but it was, you know, guys that are seniors, older guys, 4-year, 5th-year guys, whatever. How good did you like the rotation? And the seniors obviously did the bulk of the scoring, the rebound, and the assisting, you know, everything. The senior was kind of the coordinator, obviously, along with TB and Tremont.
Yeah, you know, I like our rotation, what we have going on right now. Sometimes, you know, during the course of the season, you're constantly tinkering, and if you pick up the box score from the last time we played LSU, it's it's a much different look than we were then. And I think we've settled in where guys are understanding roles, expectations, and you know, if a guy didn't play the minutes that you want or hope, you got to be ready when you get called upon. Especially knowing that, you know, we have a tournament coming up, and the position that we've put ourselves in order to advance, you know, we're going to be, you know, we're going to be playing a game and then another game, and then I mean, who knows? So everybody's got to be ready to play if in fact we play more than 2 games.